Humble greetings to my community at large. My name is Ntsiki Mazwi, and I've been an artist in South Africa for the past 25 years. In December 2023, I was approached by Cubans. I got communication from Cuba that they wanted to translate my poetry in an anthology dedicated to Ntate Willie Khositsile, who was also a poet. What was also striking was that I was the youngest poet that was invited. I was invited along with the work of Ntate Wale Serote and Anki Kroch. They wanted to translate our poetry. Obviously, this was a great privilege, and I was very excited. Towards the end of January, I started getting notification from Cuba that they were having trouble with the South African government and the delegation, and them refusing for me to be in the delegation. Now, I would like to address the Minister of Arts and Culture. To those that much is given, much is expected. We have put you on, actually, yes, it is we, because we are the public, and government is people who are elected by the public to govern us. And it was brought to my attention that your department took my name off the list to put your people on the list. And I just want to say that as somebody who has been given that position, we expected you to have integrity. We expected you to operate with honor. When the GNU came in, we thought there'd be some kind of difference, because then ANC wouldn't be left to themselves to do as they please. I've been on the blacklist of ANC forever. I don't get ANC gigs. And when GNU came, we thought there might be a change. When the GNU came about, we thought there'd be some change. And when we got a young arts and culture minister, we thought there'd be some change. Now, it seems to me that you feel as if, as the minister, you can do as you please. You can put your friends and give tenders to your friends. And we thought that this behavior had stopped with the ANC. I want to say that, Mr. McKenzie, my voice is important to this country. My voice has created change for people on the ground. So punishing me for using my voice, well, I've got lots of descriptive words for it, but I'll leave it. My voice has given rise to the unemployment grant. When I wrote an open letter to the president, what resulted of it was that a new grant was created for people. So my voice is important, it matters. It's corrupt for you to put on your own people. It came to our attention that you put in people like Unathi, who's not even a writer or a poet, to be representing us at the book fair. To my understanding, she doesn't even have a book. So for some of us who do have books, we have master's degrees in writings, it is a complete insult for the Cubans to invite us, and then you put in your celebrity friends. Also, I just want to bring attention to the fact that it happened, the situation with Unathi and Sizwe happened in public, within our view. So when we saw her crocodile tears about the industry turning on her, she left out the part that she was being held accountable for lying about somebody. We have a great GBV problem in this country, and Sizwe Dlomo's name would have been ruined if there had been no recordings of what actually transpired. So if you do your research, you know, it's fine that you felt sorry for her when she was crying, but to use our public funds now to appease yourselves is where the corruption is. Again, Unathi is not a writer. There are people who are legit writers in this country, people who were invited by the Cubans, and now in your corrupt ways, you have put in who you want to put in. I'm going to be submitting to the public protector, because I think what happened is unethical and it's wrong and it shouldn't have happened. And then I also wish to ask you to take from the book of Ramaphosa. President Ramaphosa, as much as I've been vocal about him, during COVID, his son donated to the fund I was running for people who were affected by COVID. And also his foundation used my work and they paid me for it. So whilst I am a dissenting voice, he knows how to work with power. So I just wanted to ask you to just learn from that. You cannot run a department based on your personal feelings about me or anybody else in that matter. When you're in a position of leadership, please behave like a leader.
Sanibonani bafethu, and welcome yet again to the Social Shade, the only channel that cares about you and how you feel. Now let's jump straight into today's video bafethu. But while I get straight into the video, I would like to say, if you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe to this channel to get this content each and every single time. And whilst you're still at it, I hope you do get yourself a guide if you are starting a YouTube channel or do have a YouTube channel, and of course want to get new 100 subscribers. It is definitely down in the link below. All that you have to do is to send an email with the tagline content creation guide, and it is only worth 100 rands. But before I get too carried away by Fetsu, let me jump straight into today's video. Today I'm talking about Ntsiki Mazwi, who is no stranger to controversy. She is definitely known for speaking her mind and challenging every single human being with what is up there in her brains. Now, the outspoken activist and author has made headlines yet off again. This time, it's her accusations that are aimed squarely at the Minister of Arts and Culture, Gayton McKenzie. Well, Ntsiki Mazwi, of course, onto the video that I have today. As you did see, she is really going out there with a mini speech, saying it out there that she is a writer who actually did apply for this particular opportunity, as I will go on breaking it down as the video goes. But she basically said that McKenzie is definitely abusing his power, having to put people that don't even need opportunities under the arts and culture, mentioning another famous personality in the media. It just gets more juicier. So you definitely do want to tune into this one till the very end. Now, Ntsiki's latest controversy stems from a book fair that she believes was manipulated by very powerful people, especially the Minister of Arts and Culture, Gayton McKenzie. It all began when she claimed that McKenzie was using his influence to elevate media personality Unathi. Now, Unathi is no stranger to the social shade, and of course, even though she doesn't have a book of her own to present at the fair. So this fair, as Ntsiki says, is strictly a book fair that needs to be given to authors. I think it just makes sense, fairly makes sense. So this opportunity was given to a personality such as Unathi, whom does not own a single book, according to Ntsiki Mazwi, and she feels that she shouldn't have gotten the opportunity because it wasn't worth for her, but for people like Ntsiki herself, who are authors and who are qualified at writing and doing this thing as a proper serial career. Now, she definitely goes out, you guys, and mentions this out, so it's like when she found out basically that Unathi is definitely at the book fair rather, and she wasn't, things took a real dramatic turn. As the drama escalates, Unathi herself has responded, sharing her thoughts in a video on Instagram. I watched that video and I do have it definitely onto this video, but without no audio. But I can tell you that she's literally showing Ntsiki as to what she's really missing out on since she didn't make it to the fair. Now, this is not really nice, as you guys have heard it from Ntsiki herself. You know what I mean? So, she goes out, Ntsiki, on this video, even saying that Unathi definitely has good books when it comes into McKenzie, hence why this opportunity was quite easy for her to get. It's a lot, basically, so Ntsiki is definitely not backing down this time. She's now taking the case to the public protector, as she said, demanding that the minister's actions needs to be investigated. She insists that this manipulation of power is unfair and unethical, as you've heard it by yourself. Now, Ntsiki's allegations definitely stem from her own experience. Despite submitting her own work to be part of the book fair, she claims that she was overlooked in favor of Unathi. She describes this as an example of favoring relationships over merit. Now, you know how it goes. If you are in the arts, or maybe just let's stick into writing on its own, you know, it's a very tricky career, especially, you know, with having to make a living out of it. I know of great authors, you know, who would tell you the experiences that they have not earned much money from their books, or even if they did after maybe they whatever number, after so many number of books. So it is not really an easy career. And I think if this should prove to be true, really the minister needs to answer to this, because we can't have artists that need these platforms that keep on being looked down. We know there's been a hashtag that has been trending on X of hashtag, you know, open up the industry years ago. That I think worked or it didn't work. I don't know, but I do get to see the trend that, especially with our celebrities having to go broke and having to need the public to donate and so forth. So it is quite a very tricky one, if I could say so myself, especially when it comes into the arts industry, where we see a lot of authentic talent needing these opportunities, but it looks like we keep getting, like, you know, representation from the same faces that we know, and it's like which is which, basically, because if this is a book fair and Unathi is there, automatically it gives us, you know, as an audience, that okay, she is also an author. And we don't know as of yet, but allegedly Ntsiki is saying that she does not have a book her by herself. So now, if that's the case, this really needs to go on and become investigated, because there can't be authors that are hungry, depressed, and probably thinking of quitting and ending their own lives, whilst there are people that already could be fortunate with their own careers and their platforms because they are already established and are big. And then there are kids that we don't even get to, you know, see their work and their potential because of such. So this behavior, if is true, needs to really stop. It just cannot work, because we want to see growth. We want to see people growing on a single base. So things need to really take action. So onto this video, she definitely did mention that she will write to the public protector. And you know what? This is when now we all were like, okay, so it's not about you going straight at the minister now. It's not also you telling, you know, Guti Unathi didn't deserve the opportunity, but now you're going to actually take it further and send it to the public protector, mentioning that this really needs to be investigated, because how can she submit and not be part of such a great opportunity? I'm sure that she's been praying for so hard, and little does she know she won't even be part of it. And she believes that the minister did take her out because of, you know, she not being favorable to his books, and definitely Unathi being. So she feels rather, that he definitely used that to his ability to make Unathi definitely take the shine instead of her. You know what I mean? So he's running it based on personal feelings, as Ntsiki has mentioned. You know what I mean? So it's basically the wrong system that nobody wants to follow. And if it's the case, it's not the system that many artists would want to even follow and abide by, because that means that everybody who wants and has dreams of growing in their craft, they just really basically need to relax, because things like this just happen overnight for others, you know, and it's not rightfully something that is good, you know. So it just didn't stop there. After discovering that she was not chosen for the book, she took it to social media to voice her concerns about what she believes in an unethical practice. And she wasn't afraid to call out the minister's actions, stating that he's corrupt for using his influence to favor certain individuals. Now, if you want to know who Ntsiki is, and if you don't know, you need to go onto your social media platforms and definitely find out. She will say it as it is. That is Ntsiki Mazwi for sure. And but too, I don't just want to end it off here. I do want to know, what do you think about this one? So please don't forget to leave me the comments into the comment section, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and of course purchase your content creation guide to help you upscale to 100 new subscribers here on YouTube. Until next time, it is the Social Shade.